Hello everyone, welcome to our yet another series of Write With Me. And today we have this question on necessary supplied. So let's just discuss this question and what all we have to write here. Mr. Y, aged 21 years, lost his mental balance after the death of his parents in an accident. Lost his mental balance, that means he is a lunatic. He was left with his grandmother, incapable of walking and dependent upon him. Mr. M, their neighbor, out of pity, started supplying food and other necessaries to both of them. Mr. Y and his grandmother used to live in the house built by his parents. Mr. M also provided grandmother some financial assistance for her emergency medical treatment. So he has, out of pity, he gave them food. Can I say food is necessaries? Yes. And he also provided the grandmother with financial for her medical treatment. Can we say medical treatment is also necessaries? Yes. Yes. After supplying necessaries to Mr. Y for 4 years, Mr. M approached the former asking him to pay back 15 lakh inclusive of 7 lakh incurred for the medical treatment of the lady. Mr. Y pleaded that he has got his parents' jewelry to sell to a maximum value of 4 lakh rupees, which will be adjusted against the dues. Mr. M refused and threatened Y of legal suit to be brought against for recovering the money. Will Mr. M succeed in filing the suit to recover the money? Well, here, first of all, can I say that the goods here, supplying of food, can we say it is a necessary? Yes. The medical treatment, can I say that is also a necessary? Yes. Now, please understand, when we talk about quasi contract, what quasi contract says is that whenever a contract is made with whenever a person supplies a lunatic or a minor or a lunatic's family with necessaries, in that case, the person will be reimbursed from their property. And when we say family, family means any person who is dependent on the lunatic. Here, it's given clearly that the lady was incapable of walking and dependent upon the lunatic. So, is her expenses also included? Yes. So, will Mr. M succeed in filing the case? Yes. What is the maximum amount of money that can be recovered? So, he is saying, I have 4 lakh ka jewelry. So, this can be recovered or not? Yes. But the total expenses is how much? 15 lakh. And if you see, it is given here that the house was built by his parents, and assuming that the house was built left to him, he can also recover 11 lakh rupees from the house. Shall the provisions of the above act also apply to the medical treatment given to the grandmother? I already told you, yes, because she is the person who is dependent on the lunatic. So yes, it is also applicable. So let's write the answer. So let's start writing the answer. As per the provisions of Indian Contract Act 1872, when a person supplies necessaries to a lunatic, the lunatic is not personally liable, but the liability is against his property. If a person incapable of entering into a contract is supplied by necessaries, right? When a person incapable of entering into a contract is supplied by necessaries, then there is a quasi contract that when a person incapable of entering into a contract or his family it is a quasi contract, that then there is a quasi contract that the supplier will be reimbursed from the lunatic's property. Family means any person who is kya? Dependent on the person who is dependent on the lunatic. To establish the claim. Okay, so basically here we have to write two things. First, we have to talk about lunatic's contract. Second, we have to talk about the necessaries which are supplied. To establish the claim, the supplier must prove that not only the person was incapable of contracting, but he was also supplied with necessaries. Yeah. So will Mr. M succeed in filing the suit for recovery? Therefore, so going to the conclusion part, therefore, Mr. M will what? Succeed in recovering the money from whom? Recovering the money from the lunatic, right? Second is, how much can he recover? What is the maximum amount of money that can be recovered by M? Mr. M can recover 15 lakh, which was the cost of necessaries. Rupees 4 lakh, rupees 4 lakh can be what? Recovered from sale of jewelry, and 11 lakh can be recovered from the house, assuming Y inherited it. Right? The third one, I'll just write the answer here, please. Shall the provisions, since the grandmother is dependent on the lunatic, any necessaries supplied to her, Mr. Y shall be liable. Correct? So we are done with this question. I hope you're writing your answers. I'll see you all again tomorrow with the next question. Till then, happy learning and stay motivated.